Hi, my name is Amanda Walsh, and I'm the founder of Astrology Hub. And we created this little video as a tribute to financial and medical astrologer Mitchell Scott Lewis, a celebration of the opportunity that we had to know Mitchell, work with Mitchell, and to share his wisdom and guidance with our community. Mitchell was a brilliant astrologer, a thoughtful teacher, a creative and innovative author and musician, a true Renaissance man. But even more importantly, he was a kind man. He was dynamic, funny, caring, and warm. He told awesome stories that made us laugh, and he inspired many, many lives. He cared deeply about humanity and the future of this world, and he dedicated his life to helping others through the wisdom of astrology. We're grateful that we got to experience this way too short, but very impactful moment in time with him. And we hope that all of his students, his friends, his family, and this community can enjoy some of our favorite moments with Mitchell on the Astrology Hub platform. Here's to the brilliance that was, is, and will forever be Mitchell Scott Lewis.
I got into astrology the way probably most of us came from a crazy childhood. My mother needed therapy, so they sent me, it's one of those things. And at some point I was living in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and living across the wall from me was a self-professed witch, she called herself, who did astrology. And she gives me a reading and I'm absolutely blown out. I said, my God, this person knows nothing about me and just told me more about myself than anybody has ever done, therapists or anybody. So I called up my brother who was living in it, and I said to him, David, I just had an astrology meeting. He said, you're kidding. I had one this week too, for the first time. I said, well, okay, it was very popular up in Cambridge those days. And so I went to his astrologer and got a reading, and he told me similar things, but from his own point of view, as you know, all astrologers see different. And then David and I and some other friends of ours all started to study astrology. Then it just progressed. Now, I'm a musician by trade all those years, and I always studied astrology. I never stopped studying. And in fact, when I moved to New York a few years later, and I started working in the clubs, I couldn't tell people that I was an astrologer because they would all run in with their charts. And I'd say to them, listen to my song, my new song. No, I don't want to hear your new song. Read my chart. Talk about me. That's more important. That's why we're all very popular at parties, astrologers. I recently spoke to a friend of mine. I said to him, you're interested in seeing my financial webinar? I'll send you the link. He said to me, don't you know how I feel about astrology? I said, I'm not sure we ever talked. He said, I think it's nonsense. I said, wow, really? He said, yeah, what, the stars are doing something to you? So I sat for a good half an hour and explained to him, not only are the stars not doing anything to us, you're sitting on a couch next to me. Saturn isn't pulling me differently than it's pulling you. That's not how astrology works. It's reflective of what's going on within our lives based on our birth time. Then I gave him a rundown of the predictions that I've made throughout my career and with clients. And I'd say to him, how could I know that this person has kidney disease and it's never been diagnosed? And I tell them from looking at a birth chart, a piece of paper. How could I tell that the stock market was going to crash in 2008 within a week of its occurrence? I made this prediction a year and a half in advance. If astrology didn't work, I couldn't do this. My goal is to help. That's why I became an astrologer. I want to help people. It's just part of my nature. And so anything that I can do to help, but especially people that I'm friends with and I make friends with. So, it wouldn't be a terrible thing if we found a couple of good investments for you.
I would love that. I would be a great case study for you.
We need to reestablish our faith. I believe that's one of the problems in our culture. People have lost a lot of faith. They've lost faith in everything, in the government, in each other, in the parties, fighting back and forth, and all kinds of things. And we are facing a period of difficulty worldwide, war with Ukraine, our deal with China, North Korea is shooting off rockets. It's an unsure time. And our faith is being tested. And wherever Saturn goes, that's what it does. It tests you.
because it wants you to make the right choice. And so we are entering a period of tremendous testing of faith. If we can work through it, I think we come out into potentially a new golden age.
Mitchell, I am so grateful that you're here with us and really looking forward to all the ways that we get to share your wisdom with our community this year.
I love working with you. I love your team. You guys are great. You have very talented people working with you. And it's just, and your audience has been very, very appreciative and nice. You got a lot of lovely people there. Amanda, it's great to be here, and it's been terrific getting to know you and see what your work is about. And I'm just thrilled, honestly.
Yes.
Stay and grow. Carrying these memories has become a heavy load. Why do the good dreams die so hard? Why do the good dreams die so hard? Some